Well, hopefully it's an easy one here. So easy that I'm just gonna do it right here in the yard. I've got everything I need, I think, in my pockets to pull this one off. Does your excavator get hot under the cab? Do your neighbors complain about how noisy your excavator is? Do you boil your gas? Are you worried about underhood temperatures? Have you installed a fan only to find out that the fan doesn't really address that much of the heat issue? You ever watch those videos where they just keep saying something like, this one thing will fix them all? You know, if only I knew this sooner. This is kind of like that, I guess, but you know, here we got the old muffler. What is this? LS15R. You know, it's a high quality unit. Got the old little bit of a pipe extension, but with these ones flipping up like that, you can't get too wild with it. I already took some tin foil and shoved it inside between the heat shield and the muffler, trying to seal up some more. Added this thing. That wasn't doing much. I have melted, or heat warped, I guess you'd say, the plastic housing for the carburetor. Gas cap's been so darn hot that you can't hardly touch it. So this will be the fix, hopefully. It is a, well, it's a thing that I got off the internet. I'll show you what comes with it here. A muffler on a piece of braided cable, some straps, most importantly some wood screws. Don't forget the wood screws. Some wrap, didn't know that came with it, but it appears to be for a muffler extension off a generator to make it more quieter. But what I'm going to do with it is poke a hole somewhere in this general area, connect that like so, and then we'll figure out what to do with this muffler after. And there will not be a muffler under the hood anymore. It'll be outside like it should be, and like most equipment. And I'll wrap it even too, so it'll just burn you a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can do this in one take, no editing. Pretty simple. So we have a hole saw, we have the brackets, I've got some self tappers, 13mm to remove the stock muffler. Of course, it's going to take the stud out of the head. And we're going to need some washers. A big old stack of them too. Or maybe you just find some metric bolts. Anyway, take this muffler. Well, now you can see the tin foil in there, but don't smash it because I don't know how well this is going to work. So we'll just set that there. Sooty. Anyway, I guess we do have to take a pause, and I'm going to go either get some washers or find some bolts of this metric thread variety. With 2 bolts that are even, matching head even. Problem is that they're 10mm, so it took a little longer to find the socket. Anyway, I have a hole saw that I eyeballed and believe I should be able to cut it through and wiggle this odd shape. Should check that. Yep, lines right up. Okay, so to dry fit, test fit, whatever, we'll just hold this up here like so. And then I'll just poke a hole in it, I guess. that. Nice and sharp edges even. Look at that, like a dream. Now you dig through your basket of stuff here. We have a gasket. How do they put stuff like this in resealable bags? Like, who's gonna close that up? Anyway, pretty simple stuff. Line up your gaskets, put your bolts in. I checked previously. That's a good view. I already checked before I turned the camera on, I guess, that the bolts go in but do not bottom out before they'll get tight. Okay, now to figure out how you want your sweet pipe to go. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to be def, you could put it back here. You could mount it up here. You could put it, oh, that's not a bad idea. Mount it right there, pointing forward. It's not terrible. But I do have a plan. Now, it'll be evident in one of the next videos, couple videos here, why this coming through this was not ideal for what I was after. So this is a two prong approach here. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put that on about like so. So it's still inside the tracks, and yeah, I've got some overhang there, but we'll figure out how to tidy that up a little better in a moment. I'm not gonna clamp anything. Yeah, so we tighten that puppy down. It's not going to do anything here. That appears to be stainless-ish. Let's see how strong it is. Not that bad. So, just to fix this, come on. To make this work, I will go like so on both of these in the same general area. Well, they want you to heat wrap it, heat wrap the whole muffler. That seems pointless. So now we'll set you back over here. All right, well, as easy as that was, we will now firmly attach it to okay. That's as good as it's gonna get for right now until I figure out how to drill a better hole for that one. Let's see. Get a little more threads in this one. Yeah. Okay. There. Rigid-ish. Now, I mean, I suppose you're really done. If you want to get fancy with it. We'll make, get some hose clamps. I'm going to wrap it with this fancy wrap. Now this looks like the graphite gold or whatever they call it, stuff that does not need to be wetted first. Titanium something. Oh, it's definitely fiberglass. So we're going to put their attempt to put the purple mittens in here. Ow. Now if you can, try to keep it in a roll. Anyway, I'm sure you're coming off a fast forward here. I'm gonna get some hose clamps or some P clamps and pull that off there a little bit, and then this, that'll probably just live where it is because nobody should be that close to it while it's hot anyway. So let's see how it sounds. Lock that. Batteries on. Choke on. Fire it up. Whew, that's cancer. Well, I wouldn't say that it's notably quieter. I believe that little add-on muffler is supposed to be bolted onto the back side of an existing muffler for in a generator. I mean, that's what the picture appeared to be. But my plans, that'll work perfectly. I don't really care if it's going to be louder or not. Usually run these things at idle anyway. So it's about a 3-inch tube, which is 3-inch ductwork. You'll see. It'll make more sense in a while. Okay. Straight from digging. See if we get a big old pow. Little one. Anyway, pretty sure it's louder on the old left ear. Fun fact, old timer farmers always deaf on the left ear. Implements on the tractors were always on the right side. So let's say you're the exhaust on the tractor. drive like that all day. Anyway, we're gonna have to switch around. Let's take some pictures here. So the gas tank is 145. Is it taking pictures? Calibrating. Gas tank is 140. Air filter 150. 160. This side of the air filter 145. How about the carburetor? That is 120, 105, 120. I saw 130 for a split second there. Hydraulic temps 135, 140. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's some big old tom turkeys over there yelling at each other. The exhaust is 350 degrees plus right there. Trying to remember what else I was thermometering here. Side of the engine case 250, 240. Now, just in case the temperatures are higher, which I don't remember what they were, I have since turned up the pressure, turned up the pressure relief and turned down the flow through the pilot controls. So I'm sure on time lapse you can't really tell, but this thing is so much smoother. It's a little slower, and I think I went just a C hair too far in on the pressure relief for the main controls. You can snuff it if you snort right down on it here, but I mean, gas tank 125, 120. Shielding on the engine on this side's 150, 150. Let's see, valve cover 118. Oh, my thumb was getting in the way there. Valve cover 130, 110, 130. I don't know. Boy, I really hope that I don't get through editing this and then I overlay from the last video and everything is hotter. That'd be weird. But anyway, pressure relief valves are turned up higher, and the guy could wrap that again. See if I can touch the gas cap. Oh yeah. Gas is still expanding in there, but we can at least hold the gas cap this time. So by the seat of my pants, I would say it's cooler in there. Anyway, 65 bucks on the Amazon machine. It's not any quieter. If anything, the hose is probably a little bit too long. My original intention was to get a piece of hard pipe, and I was just looking for a small flex line. Engine's rubber mounted to the chassis, so I just wanted a little bit of a flex pipe. And I found that thing, and for 61, 65, whatever it was, dollars. I'm not knocking the guy that has the muffler blankets. Heat wrapping them. Yep, that'll get some heat out. But yeah, I think this is a more better design. I might not even add my fan anymore, additional cooling fan, but there it is in all its glory. I'm just rambling at this point. There's probably nobody watching anyway, but other mods I've done, for those of you who have stuck around, I added a pipe in the center of this thumb that allows it to be up like this, because like stock it has to be like out here, and that's dumb. So I cut a hole in there, added another pipe, added a cross brace in there so the tines don't get horsed around. We did the spring mod that everybody's doing. The other big one on my two attachments here is this rock tine. I added every other tine here, so you can actually sort out some decent sized rocks and sand. More on that to come. And then on the Rut Ripper 5000, added a little bit of a serrated teeth on the back side, so I can go up to a tree root and hopefully knock that down. So that's a wrap. Unless you got something else you want me to work on or do to the old LS15R here. So later.